All right, we're back again, and this is part 2 of Learning Guide 1 seminar on translations and transformations. So now we are on topic 1. We are going to look at horizontal and vertical translations. The first one we're going to look at is the horizontal. And the horizontal translation, it's dealing with the H. So it's moving either right or left. Okay, so let's look at the first function here. So we have the absolute of x. So remember that from the previous seminar, we have a function that looks like that. Okay, so now I am going to do a translation here. I'll do it in green. So what we look at here is now this just had an x. Now we have a minus 2, x minus 2. So we know that is coming out, because it's really in a bracket. You can't really see it, but there is a bracket there. It's coming out of the bracket and becoming plus 2. So we know that is right 2 units. Okay, so now all we do is we take this vertex where the original one started, we just go right 2. So 1, 2. And that is our new vertex. And remember, it's the absolute. So there's no transformations going on. So it's going to go over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1, and over 2, up 2, and so on. So we have now a function that looks like that. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Here we have a plus 1, so it comes out as a minus 1. So that is, minus means left of 0, so left 1 unit. Okay, so here we take the original, the black one, and we go left 1, and then over 1, up 1, and we have an absolute function like that. All right, so what happens to the function? Well, the green one, the green function, the y equals x minus 2, it shifted right 2 units. And the red one, the y equals x plus 1, it shifted or translated, you can use any word, translated left 1 unit. Okay, so now let's look at the try one. So we have the basic function, the square root of x, and now it's giving us what's happening. Okay, so here, if it's going right 4 units to the right, we know that the function, and I'll put a bracket, is x. Now, if it's going to the right, it is minus 4. Because you have to remember, when this guy comes out, it becomes plus 4. Now, plus is right. So make sure you are looking at what's coming out. That's what you describe. All right, so let's look at this one. So this one would be y equals the square root. And if it's going left, we know it's plus 3. Because when it comes out, at minus 3. Okay. All right, so let's look at the next one. So now we are looking at the k. All right. So the k is moving up slash or down. All right. You can see it this form or this form. I prefer this form. So to get this form into it, you just move that k over, it becomes plus k. So let's look at these functions. So let's graph this guy. So we know that it's a parabola opening up. Okay, so here's just a sketch. All right, so let's look at this guy. So what we see here, there's nothing in the bracket. There is no bracket, so that means no right or left shifting. But this plus 4 out here means it's going up 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, dot, dot, and the same thing, just go over 1, up 4. And there is the new function. So the other one here, we look at this guy, it's down 2. So 1, 2. Make sure you come from the original one. Okay. So what's happening? Well, you can say it's moving up 4 and down 2. So you try these guys here. So we have the basic equation, we have to write it. So hopefully you guys understand it's going to be going up 4 units, so it's plus 4, down 3. All right, and now we have this to complete the sentence. If y equals f of x plus k, the graph is shifting upwards. If it's minus k, it's going downwards. All right. Now we are going to look at the horizontal and vertical translation. So we're putting the two together. Okay, so the first thing you have to ask yourself, it's really, really important, is what is the base function? What is the base of this guy? So we know we got some translations going on, but what is the base? And hopefully you see it's y equals x squared. Okay? Now, what are the translations? Well, if we have a minus 3 in the bracket, remember it comes out plus 3. So that is, when it's in the bracket, it's going right or left. So this is right 3. And that minus 1 out here, the minus 1 out here, that is down 1. Okay, so we can look at it. So we know the basic one. I'll just draw the base one. All right, so we know that it's going right 3. So 1, 2, 3 to the right and down 1. So once you get that new vertex, that dot right there, we now can just do the 1 over, 1 up, and then 2 over, 4 up. And then we can get the nice graph. Okay, so what is the domain? Well, the domain is XER, and the range, now we're looking at the green one here, the range is y, it's going upwards, so it's greater than or equal to, and it's starting at -1 now. And what are the intercepts? Well, the x-intercepts are here and here. So we can just basically see it off there. So we have a x-intercepts are 2, 0, and the other one is 4, 0. And the y-intercept, it's can't really see it off the graph, so we have to just do a little bit of math. So we'll expand this guy out. So which means we have 2 of them. So we have x squared minus 6x plus 9 minus 1. These two come together, and we have x squared minus 6x plus 8. And we know that the constant is our y-intercept. So the y-intercept is going to be 0, 8. Okay. So now we are looking at a picture to do an equation now. So we're trying to get the equation here. So what we do is we take the original, which is the f of x, and we're going to the g of x. So we count how far left or right it's gone. Well, this is going left, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going left, 6, and down 1, 2, 3. Down 3. So I prefer this form. So I know that it's going to be y equals the function. Because we just leave f, because we don't really know what it is, but we sort of do. It's an absolute one. So we could replace the f with the absolute bars, but right now we'll just leave it as f. Is x, now left. Left means plus 6. Remember, it comes out as negative 6. And then down 3 is minus 3. And there's our answer.